Hey guys, I'm Michael Eckert,
I'm Jack Shackelford.
and we are from the Dormitories. This is a podcast where we give our unwanted opinions on basically everything. We can give hot takes on public restrooms to serious discussions on irrelevant foods and fun holidays. Basically, you'll hear our opinion on quite possibly anything that's going on. I'm 19. I go to Howard Payne University. I'm on the Student Activities Council, and we just wanted to start a podcast.
Yeah, I'm also 19. I am a finance major. He's a business major as well.
Marketing.
I am on the baseball team. I'm also part of SAC, and we just wanted to start a podcast because why not? Mainly because of the snow day that we're currently going through. We got a little bored and decided to put it into action.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for about maybe a semester and a half now.
Yeah,
started
for a while.
At the end of our freshman year, so we finally got bored enough last night to just kind of start planning for it. So
Absolutely.
here we go. We're basically each week we'll just have different segments, and the segments could change. But today we'll just start off with HPU news. So the obvious one is snow day.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck here.
But it's not really snow.
It's more just icy weather, ice on the roads. You might slip and fall.
But all these native Texans are freaking out, thinking it's basically a blizzard, and see them doing snow angels in the ice.
Yeah, exactly. We're not used to this type of weather.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, last night there were just some kids playing sand volleyball, and it wasn't even snow; it's just ice on sand.
Yeah, just icy sand.
Yeah, it's
Feels really good on your feet.
yeah. It's super fun to have a snowball fight.
Yeah.
With just dust. It's more of a snow pellet fight.
It's my favorite, actually.
Yeah. But I just basically stayed inside all day. What about you, Jack?
Yeah, I stayed inside all day. We went to the wellness. They opened it up for a couple hours. It was a little packed, hard to do anything. Pretty much everyone was in the wellness. So
yeah, it's really fun to play pickup basketball when the whole entire basketball team shows up and decides to play for the court.
Getting dunked
really
on
fair.
by 6'6" dudes,
Yeah, no, it's super fun and fair. You have to show up 2 hours before everybody else does, so it's great. What's some of the weirdest stuff you've seen so far? You've seen people do with the snow?
With the snow, first of all, every girl on campus, I think, took pictures in the road. They're posing. They're having fun. They post it on Instagram. They're like, "Oh my gosh, snow!" And they'll post that and have fun with that. So that's interesting always. And then just watching people slip and fall walking. It's kind of funny just to watch them like walk into buildings and like slowly slide in or fall on their butt. That's always fun.
Well, last year they had those steps, and the ice was iced last year, our freshman year. Yeah, the steps like froze over. And people were busting their butts.
Froze down like at a sharp angle, and you just ate it every time you stepped on it.
Yeah, back to what you were saying about the people taking the pictures.
everyone's taking photos.
It's like the same spot too, right?
Yeah.
In front of that gate, right? We have a big gate, like right. It's like the ceremonial thing here. They take it right there, or right by the bell tower.
Yeah.
But all you see are all the gals out there with their taking their cringy poses.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
You got anything else on snow day?
Not on snow day. Just try to stay warm and stay safe. So
And hopefully we get one more day.
Hopefully get one more day.
We do have connections with the guy who does send out the text. So
Dr. P,
Dr.
please hook us up.
Yeah,
please hook us up. We need you.
All right, moving on to our next segment, holidays. So,
yeah. So Groundhog's Day is coming up. Actually, so at the time we're recording this, it is February 1st. Groundhog's Day is on the 2nd? Is it the 2nd?
Could be. Hold on, I didn't think to look that one up.
I think it might be tomorrow, or it might be Friday. But either way, Groundhog's Day is a holiday where they celebrate this little magic groundhog. He kind of pops out of his burrow, and he predicts the weather for the following month to 6 weeks.
It is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. So Groundhog's Day is tomorrow. As the time of recording this, I don't know when you'll be hearing this, but yeah. But they celebrate this little magic groundhog, and so the groundhog actually can help forecast the weather, since they hibernate in the winter. When they leave their burrows, it's a sign of spring to come. But I got me thinking. I love bears. I don't know if you know that, but bears hibernate. So I thought, can bears predict the future or the future weather as well? And it turns out they can. So
I was gonna say I'd rather much have bears.
yeah, a freaking bear. That's so rad.
What made them pick a groundhog?
They picked a groundhog actually just because of availability and easier to manage than a bear, which makes sense. Bears aren't too human friendly.
You can't pull a bear out of his cave.
But in, I believe it's in Europe, they actually used to use bears. So it started with badgers, and then some people used bears, but they used the bears. They switched to groundhogs just because of the availability. But they would emerge on February 2nd. If a bear saw its shadow, it would head back into its den and hibernate again, because that meant winter was not over. It's still there for about at least a month.
I just want to know who, like, the first guy was who decided, like, okay, let me just go stake out this bear's cave.
Yeah, let me stake out this bear's cave.
Or the groundhog.
Yeah.
Or the groundhog. And just sit and watch. It had to have been, like, hours or days.
Yeah.
I mean.
Or years. Like, I mean, they had to come back because you can't just get it off of 1 year, knowing that they're what they're doing.
You have to consistently go back just to sit and stalk a groundhog or a bear.
Yeah, risking your life.
I don't know about the groundhog.
Yeah, groundhogs are pretty feisty.
But just the theory that they can predict winter.
Yeah.
But like that brings me, Groundhog Day actually makes me angry because up until last year, they would always be like, I would always get ticked when that groundhog saw the shadow and goes back into it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh shoot, that means 6 more weeks of winter. And then I realized I'm like, oh, I did the math last year. 6 more weeks of winter. That's just the normal thing. Like,
yeah.
It's just the first day of spring is in 6 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. So the groundhog doesn't actually know what's going on. We act like he does.
The groundhog's probably confused.
Yeah.
He comes out of his little burrow and you got a couple hundred people outside.
Yeah, he's been sleeping for a couple months and he's like, what is happening? Go away. That's probably why he goes back in. He's grumpy and he doesn't want people bothering him.
Yeah, that's why it can't be accurate. Like it says, the groundhog is only accurate 39% of the time.
Yeah, oh man.
I would actually like to ask the groundhog if he could talk. How many times he just
goes
back
can.
in? Yeah, I mean they say he did live.
His name is Phil, right?
Yeah, Paksawani
Phil.
Yeah, but dude, that's the crazy thing. That's just his nickname.
Oh.
His full name is Paksawani Phil, seer of seers, sage of sages, prognosticator of prognosticators, and the weather prophet extraordinaire.
Oh my goodness.
So
this groundhog's turning into a little bit of a kind of a false god. They kind of love this guy.
I just want to ask this guy. If he could talk, I'd be like, hey man, how many times did you just go back in? Not because you saw your shadow, just because you saw some weirdos who were...
Yeah, they're not actually scared of the winter. They're scared of the people that are hiding outside their hole.
I mean, they made that movie off. It is actually a great movie.
Yeah.
But, like, have you seen the way those people worship that groundhog?
Oh, yeah. They love that groundhog.
And it used to actually be... they used to eat them.
They used to eat the groundhog? Who's going to predict the future?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what happens if you go out? Like, but, yeah, apparently everybody... The original Groundhog Day involved eating all sorts of groundhog-based foods.
Strange.
But, yeah, it is a little strange.
You know, I don't personally celebrate this holiday too extravagantly.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. It's interesting.
And
I learned more about this while reading about all this information. So
yeah, to be honest, I always forget it happens.
Yeah, I always forget about it.
I always hear about it about 3 weeks after it actually happens. So
absolutely.
Thank you, Paksawani Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Paksawani Phil.
Thank you, Philip, for creating one of the most useless holidays that only a select few of people celebrate throughout the year. Okay.
I think next is conspiracy theories, right?
Yeah.
You got conspiracy theories next?
All right. You want me to go first? Or
you go first. I'll let you go.
Mine isn't really a conspiracy theory. It's just... I started thinking about it because our friend Ephraim last year always talked about this haunted place called Goatman's Bridge.
And yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. He would always be like, hey, man, let's go to Goatman's. And I'm like, what? It's the Goatman's Bridge.
If I want to see a goat, I'll go to my backyard.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I mean, but he's like, apparently in Denton, Texas, there's a bridge that is supposed to be haunted by the Goatman. And people say it's by... The backstory is an old goat farmer who got hung by like a mob of people, and if you knock on the bridge 3 times at midnight, then you see the scary goat man.
Oh.
Yeah, people say they've seen the red eyes in the darkness or a man goat running around.
See, here's my thing. Like, if that's true, first of all, it's not. There's no way there's a freaking scary goat man running around. But also, why would you go there and want a scary goat man running after you trying to kill you?
That's what I'm saying. I think, honest to God, I think the scariest part of that whole story was the fact that Ephraim almost convinced all of us
to go and do that.
To drive 3 hours away to Denton, Texas.
Yeah.
To go stare at a bridge at midnight.
Yeah, the scariest part is the intelligence of the people that go and do this. So,
But it's just like, I don't know if I could take it myself seriously or the situation if I did see just like a half-naked body with a goat's head.
yeah,
I don't think I'd be scared. I think I would just kind of give it a little chuckle, like, "Oh man, what was that?"
I don't know. I
go
don't
to sleep because it's midnight.
I'd be tired. Yeah, I don't know about that.
But yeah, I'm just not a big fan. I mean, it sounds scary. I don't really believe in ghosts, so I don't know how I could bring myself to believe in the goat man.
Yeah.
But you know what? Ephraim, our friend last year, was really into it, so we were into it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and it's fun to talk about it now.
Fun. Yeah, it is funny. We wouldn't have a segment on it if it wasn't
No, absolutely
funny.
not. Absolutely not. So I have one of my favorites, which is probably one of the most popular, is the moon landing. I don't know if you've ever heard about that.
Yeah.
But NASA, they landed astronauts on the moon in 1969. And then sometime in the 70s, there was this weird conspiracy that the moon landing never happened and that they faked it just so they could beat the Soviet Union to the moon because of the Great Race and stuff like that. So there was a book published in 1976, We Never Went to the Moon, America's $30 Billion Swindle. And then there was a movie in 1978 called Capricorn 1. And then in 2001, there was also a Fox documentary called Conspiracy Theory, Did We Land on the Moon? And that just that fed into people's minds and their assumptions that the moon landing was fake. So this became actually a pretty big deal. And then some of the theories involve there was matching backgrounds and multiple photos. So the different angles of different photos, there was the same background.
I mean, think about it though. If there's nothing out there,
Yeah.
everything's just gonna look exactly the same.
Yeah, that's why it's also like that. But then there was no stars in the photos. So people were like, oh, isn't there stars in space?
But
But the way to describe that, do you see stars during the daytime on Earth?
Or like
you don't.
Or like when you're from the Earth and you look at it, like the sun is a star.
Yeah.
So like when you see the sun, wouldn't it just be like
the sun?
Look
Yeah.
like a planet. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
Look like a.
The sun was blocking the stars. It was like daytime on the moon, like it is on Earth.
Exactly.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Another one is wind in the flag. It was waving in some of the pictures, and people think, shouldn't the flag not be waving because they're on space?
Well, since there's no gravity, the picture effect.
Yeah, or maybe it was just not waving; it was just sitting there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They
I
put
don't
it
know.
there,
Yeah.
and it just stayed still because there's no
Yeah.
gravity up there.
And then one of the other ones is why haven't we been back since Apollo 17 in 1972, which was over 50 years ago now? Why haven't we been back?
There's nothing up there.
Yeah, there's nothing up there.
It's the big rock.
So originally they wanted to, yeah, it's just a big rock, and they already got samples. So what do they need to go back for? But originally they wanted to build a base up there and have people live there and analyze the moon. But after they won the Great Race against the Soviets, they cut most of their funding because America already won the race and they had other stuff to put the budget towards. So they kind of got rid of a lot of NASA's funding for that. So that's why we haven't been back. And then there are plenty of debunkings that was already talked about the moon hoax. And then also NASA knew this was such a problem that they invited NBA superstar Steph Curry back in 2018 to come visit and look at some of the moon rocks that they have, because they have hundreds of moon rocks that they've taken. They're all over everywhere now, studying them and analyzing.
They're not
real. They're from some kid's backyard. I mean, I don't know where they think they come from, but they had Steph Curry come and look at the rocks and got him to confess that he believed in the moon landings, which was kind of big just to get the future generations to stop talking about that. And here's a funny thing about that. So here's another funny thing about the moon landing. So there was a conspiracy theorist, Bart Sibrel, and he confronted Buzz Aldrin. He called him a coward and a liar for faking the moon landings. So you know what Buzz did?
What do you do?
He just punched him around the face. That's all I did. So I know I want to be like Buzz Aldrin. He's an American hero.
He's a pimp.
He went to the moon. He's a pimp, and he punches conspiracy theorists right in the jaw. So he's pretty rad.
Yeah. I mean, back to the Steph Curry thing, though.
Yeah.
I think that says something about society nowadays. It's like, I don't know if it's just America or other countries too, but I mean, it's like, where's our intelligence that we would rather believe an NBA star?
Yeah, an NBA all-star who's good at shooting a ball into little round ring.
He's great at it.
He's great. He's the best
amazing.
ever at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's awesome. But it's like...
But what does he know about moons?
Yeah, what...
in space. He doesn't know anything about moons.
They don't have moon class.
I guess the moon is round like a basketball.
It is. That's probably why they brought him up there.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, these rocks are just like smaller circles.
Yeah, maybe he'll go up there and he'll be the first person to make a 3 on the moon.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what their goal is. But
there'd be no wind to move the ball.
But we've learned from this is that I guess celebrities are more trustworthy than scientists.
Shoot, TikTok. That's where
Yeah,
we get our
TikTok.
news from.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Personally, I do not have TikTok, but people do get a lot of their news from that, and that's where a lot of laughs come from because of the crazy things that people tell me. So
now, I think that people should get the news from us.
Yeah, I think we're definitely more trustworthy. Yeah. We're definitely, you guys should just listen to us. Don't go to TikTok. Just delete it right off your phone. We got you.
Yeah. In a while, when we get big enough, you guys can just listen to us on Spotify.
Absolutely.
Right now, we're aiming towards YouTube.
YouTube, yep.
It's
free.
Other stuff, yeah. So when we take off, when we get big.
Yeah, when we're like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we'll have you on, and we can talk about news.
We're like a manly office ladies podcast.
Yeah.
Without
the fame or the TV show or the funniness. No,
we're just two dudes talking. Yeah. But all right.
What's next?
The cringe-worthy worthiness. I don't know if that makes...
worthiness.
But
it's more catchy than maybe accurate to what we talk about. Yeah. But it works.
So my thing, I'm always cringed out, especially here in Brownwood. So before I start, people in Brownwood are amazing. They're so nice. But Walmart people.
Oh, Walmart.
It's you walk into Walmart and it's kind of like a different planet. It's like, anybody who's seen Stranger Things, it's like the Upside Down. Everything that you know about human beings kind of goes out the window. It's all about survival in there. And
absolutely.
The Walmart people, they're like Disney people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always talk about it. The people you always see in Walmart, especially the one here, it's always crowded, no matter what time of the day it is, no matter what day of the week.
You think the apocalypse is happening every time you go in there.
Yeah, I'm serious. And it's like, man, I don't understand where these people just have the time to go to Walmart.
Yeah, grandma's jamming you with her cart.
Yeah.
Shoving you out of the way.
I mean, the sweetest old ladies will talk your ear off in the line, but it's like, what are you doing? If I were old and retired, I would not just be chilling at Walmart all day, especially in Brownwood. But
there's a lot of fun stuff to do here.
They also have that, they all kind of have the same look. Like when I think of a Walmart person, I think of just like camo pajama pants, some slippers,
messy hair.
Yeah, messy hair. Naked baby.
Yeah, maybe a little dirty. Just got off of work. I don't know.
It's just like, and it's crazy because it's like, every time I walk in there, whether it be with any of my friends, I just feel like we are the only normal people in the world in Walmart. Like, you never find another normal person in Walmart. And I know everybody goes to Walmart, so there has to be normal people that go. But when you're there, you never see another normal person.
Maybe the other people think they're normal and they look at us weird. I guarantee they do.
Yeah, but
we're probably the weirdos to them.
You know what? We probably are. But I just...
I think once you enter that door, it like changes your appearance and you just like, it's like an alternate dimension. You become a weirdo. It's Walmart. It's like, just how it works.
It's like Vegas. Anything goes.
Anything goes.
What happens in Walmart stays in
Brownwood Walmart it's an anomaly.
It is.
It's crazy.
It is, especially Brownwood Walmart. It's different than all your other Walmarts.
Yes.
I think it's like the main shopping destination from for anything in Brown County.
Oh, absolutely.
So you get any guys from college students to farmers to people who live, 100 miles away. No, maybe not 100, but you just get a vast variety of people.
I think it's the only Walmart within like 60 miles, right? Next closest would be Stephenville or Abilene, right?
I guess that's why it's always crowded.
Yeah, I guess that's why it's always packed.
And it's right across from Underwoods. So the
Underwoods,
Sundays they go to the Brownwoodians go to Underwoods after church, and then they just make their mosey on over to Walmart.
Yeah, they go over to Walmart and
get
their groceries, get their whatever they need. They get their cleaning supplies, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think they use a lot of cleaning supplies.
Okay, I don't know. No comment.
Okay. That's just my take on Walmart.
That's yours, okay?
It's a hot take.
Hot take.
I think it's universally accepted.
Yeah.
That's why I'm more... I mean, I'm not a Target guy, because,
Target's a little bit more expensive.
But I'm more of an H-E-B guy. Like
H-E-B? Yeah, I would say I'm more of a Walmart guy.
Oh.
Just because it's always it's where I've always gone. I've always known it, you know?
I get that.
It feels like home.
Do they have HEBs in California?
They did not have HEBs in California. Yeah, I grew up in California, and we had we went to Walmart a lot, and then there's a lot of those like healthy grocery stores, but you don't go there because they'll charge you double the price.
For like an apple.
Yeah, for like an apple, it's like $6.
Or some yummy
Yeah, chips. Yeah. So we went to Walmart a lot growing up, so I just feel at home there.
Yeah. Okay. You can feel at home at Walmart.
Yeah.
I'll feel at home.
You go to HEB.
Literally anywhere else.
Anywhere else, yeah. I'm one of those weirdos, you know? That's me.
I would consider you a Walmart person.
That's okay.
That's an entitled exclusive.
That's it. Yeah. You gotta live in Brownwood for a while before you can claim that.
Yeah. But that's just my Walmart hot take.
All right. So mine isn't really as cringy. I just thought it was funny and a little bit weird. So if you could have any creature come back to existence, what would you pick?
Huh.
Any extinct creature, I should say.
You know what? I've always thought a saber-toothed tiger.
Saber-toothed tiger.
Or a dodo bird.
Oh, okay. Well, how about the dodo bird? There's a company named Colossal, and they are working on technology to bring back extinct species. A dodo bird is one of the main creatures that they want to bring back. Yes, the stupid, fat, little dodo bird, the one that they always make fun of. Like the one on Phineas and Ferb.
That's exactly why
Phineas
I said
and Ferb, yeah.
The sole reason.
The stupid little bird that everyone always makes fun of. That's the creature they want to bring back.
What does that contribute to society?
I don't know. I think so. Jurassic Park obviously comes to mind when you think of bringing back extinct creatures. So maybe they were like, "Hey, let's not bring something back dangerous. Let's bring back a dodo bird. That
oh my gosh.
we already made it extinct.
Maybe they are genius.
Back in, I think it was 1980 or 1681. Humankind is what made dodo birds go extinct. We killed them all off. So we can do it again.
Why would you kill a dodo bird?
I guess for meat. I don't know. Maybe they ate him.
Well, I mean, people do. Apparently, we discussed they do eat groundhogs.
I mean,
so people eat about.
They're around the size of a turkey, so maybe that's why. Maybe it was like the original Thanksgiving bird was a dodo bird.
A dodo.
Yeah, dodo. Why is it called dodo?
Yeah, poor bird.
I should have looked that up. I don't know why it's called dodo.
I mean, that's just kind of an insult to the bird. It's just
dodo.
Yeah, it's a dodo bird.
Yeah. The other species they want to bring back is the woolly mammoth. So that's pretty cool. Woolly mammoth. That'd be pretty sweet.
Would be awesome.
But that's not funny, so we're not going to talk about that one as much. But why a dodo bird? A serious... so the entrepreneur and co-founder, he's also the CEO of Colossal, Ben Lam, said the dodo bird is a symbol of man-made extinction since the lame bird went killed off by mankind in
The lame bird.
The lame bird, yeah, they call it the lame bird. Was killed off in 1681. So one of their primary focuses is to bring it back. The Dallas company, which launched in 2021, also announced Tuesday it has raised an additional $150 million in funding. So this article came out a couple weeks ago, but they already have $150 million in funding. To date, it has raised $225 million worldwide from investors, including In-Q-Tel, and then the CIA, venture capital firm, also invested in this technology. So what does the CIA want with dodo birds?
Maybe they'll use them as spies.
Use them as spies, yeah. The closest relative to a dodo bird is it's this one pigeon, and it looks like a pigeon and a peacock had a baby. It's just a colorful pigeon.
A pitchcock. No.
Yeah. We'll work on the name. Yeah. So they plan on using some of that DNA and combining it with other stuff. It's literally Jurassic Park in real life to create a dodo bird. And they're also going to try to do it with a woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth's main one would be elephant, is what they said. So
see, okay, there's so much stuff you can do with $225 million.
$225 million.
Imagine if that money was spent on world hunger.
Oh, yeah.
Cure for cancer research.
But also, maybe if you can learn how to gene spice like that, maybe that has health benefits. Also, then you're playing God, and it's kind of is it morally wrong to do that?
I don't know if there's anything morally wrong with creating the dodo bird.
The dodo bird? Yeah, I have no problem with the dodo bird.
But
what if you start mixing humans with stuff like that? Is that why with a dodo bird?
A human dodo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we've seen a couple.
We already have some of those. Just go to Walmart. The human dodos.
So I'm just saying, it's like, man, I just don't get the obsession with the dodo bird, but it'll be good when we get it back.
Yeah. So interesting.
I will go see the dodo bird. If it's in a zoo or a nature preserve,
I would get a picture with that, and yeah.
Aren't they in Ice Age? The other thing's with the watermelon. Sid has to fight him, I think. Hold on.
Yeah, they're in Ice Age, I think, the movie.
Yeah, they have to... Sid the sloth
yeah,
has to fight him for that watermelon. That's what it is.
Fight him for that watermelon. So they're about as fast as a sloth and intelligent as Sid from Ice Age.
So let's spend $225 million.
Spend $225 million to bring him back.
That kind of brings to the point, though, like, where do they stop? Say it works.
Yeah, where do they stop? Yeah.
I don't understand, like, Jurassic Park, I love every single one of those movies.
But I would never want that in real life.
Why on earth do they just never learn, or, I'm sorry, when do they just never learn?
Yeah, don't they know Jurassic Park is, like, it's historical fiction. Like,
yeah,
that could happen to us. We're going to die if they make a T-Rex.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why would you bring these things back? They went extinct for a reason. It's sad. It's like, okay, but...
Yeah, we literally killed them all.
I just not on board with dinosaurs coming back.
Yeah, I don't know if I want dinosaurs. I've watched those movies too many times. I've seen how they end.
Yeah,
usually everyone gets eaten.
And then even at the end, spoiler alert, it's been out for about a year, so don't get mad. But the end of this one, they just have to learn to live with them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that
would
learn
to live with them, and then we'll have to have Chris Pratt come and save our butts. But if I get to meet Chris Pratt, then it might be worth it.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe if I'll get a dodo, and I'll sick him on the people at Walmart, and then Chris Pratt will come and stop me.
But then he'll be scared off by the Walmart people.
Yeah, but I'll get to meet Chris Pratt. So
maybe we did bring it back, and that's what people are seeing at the Goatman Bridge.
Oh, you're saying, okay, so the dodo bird's actually back already, and it's at Goatman Bridge. Yeah. The last dodo bird on Earth is about 300 years old, and he's living in Denton, Texas, under a bridge, and people mistake him for a goat. And the weird noises he makes is just his natural. He's trying to say hi, and they think it's scary, but he's just a friendly bird.
Dodo.
Dodo. Dodo. Yeah, that's all I got on the dodo bird, though.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good little segment we got going on. I like just the weird, funny stories. We have to change the name from cringeworthy worthiness because that wasn't. Yeah, really
it didn't really work. Maybe we'll keep that as a segment just in case anything cringy does happen. I had trouble finding. Yeah, stuff.
I couldn't find. I like. How about just funny stories?
Funny stories,
just fun stuff going on.
Interesting, funny stuff. Yeah, I like it.
But kind of made me start thinking about Ice Age. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. Maybe we should watch that later.
But okay, I think that's about it for our first one. To all y'all who actually listen to this, thank y'all, and we will remember you as being our first supporters.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Yeah.